Hello, good morning. This is Teacher Kindle, and today I will be discussing to you about electricity and circuits. Firstly, we need to know what are electric charges. So there are three particles that make up an atom. So what are these? So these are the protons, the neutrons, and the electrons. So protons. What does this signifies? Okay, so protons, these are the positive charges. Neutron are the neutral charges. No, it's not positive nor negative. While electrons, these are the negative charges. Right, so remember there are three, the protons, neutrons, and electrons. Now, let's talk about the flow of charges. Which subatomic particle can move from one object to another? Among the three, which do you think? Yes, correct. These are the electrons. So as you can see in here in the animation, right? So as we continue to rub the balloon sa hair, you can see, so nag-transfer ang mga electrons, okay? Pataas, no? Sa balloon, okay? Ni-transfer. So, gikan sa buhok, ni-adto siya sa balloon. Diba? So, sa continuous nga pag-rub with each other. So, nga naman ni siya, no? What happens then? So, what does the addition of electrons do to the charge of an object? So, basically, the object will become negatively charged. So, the balloon becomes the negatively charged. Why? Because ang abundant na ng mga particles, okay, inside the balloon, in the balloon are electrons, the negative charges. So now, if the balloon is negative, now what happens to the hair of this person? So what does the removal electrons do to the charge of an object? Well, the object will become positively charged. Correct. Okay, so that is why when kung ato ni siya kaning balon ato ni siyang ipaduol no diri sa buhok, ang buhok mutindog siya, no? Mutindog siya because since positive na ni siya, then kaning balloon is negative, so they will attract. Okay? Now, how charges interact? So when two objects with the same charge come into contact, yes, they repel. And then when two objects with different charges come into contact, they what? They attract. So as you can see in here, these two balloons in here, they are both negatively charged. So what happens? They repel. Okay, and then with this one, no, after rubbing this one, this balloon becomes negatively charged. Onya ang wall, no, nahimo na siyang positively charged. So that is the reason why kung ato ni siyang ipaduol ang balloon diya sa wall, okay, ato siyang i-touch. So bisan buhian na nimo ang balloon, momentarily mo stick siya sa wall. Now, what is electric current? What is electric current? The continuous flow of electric charges through a material. So as you can see in here in the animation, and then it is also signifies as charge. Okay, since it is a rate, of flow, so this is also represented by Q over T, charge over time or column over seconds. Okay, so that is the flow. That's what we call the electric current. Then, what is the unit of measurement for current? We have amperes, yes. Amperes or amps or A. We can just use A. That's one. Then the amount of charge flowing past a point in a certain amount of time. And what is potential difference? Or the potential energy. What is that? So imagine this in a roller coaster. Where does the car have more potential energy? Which do you think? Is it the lower part or is it the highest peak? Can the car move from an area of low potential to high potential? So basically, low potential is there below, and then the high potential is at the highest peak of the roller coaster. So then, can the car move from an area of low PE to high PE without the help of a motor? Maka-under ba na siya? Maka-adto ba siya sa taas, no? Kung siya-siya lang, walay tabang sa motor. Okay? Now, it's the same for electric current. The charges in the current are like the roller coaster. So this one, so this is the charges, and then the track is like the wires, and the motor that gets the cars to the top of the first hill is like the battery. Okay. So potential difference continuation. So what is potential difference? So the difference in potential energy between two locations. So just like this one, okay? So this positive charge here, this is high potential energy, and the negative part is the low potential energy. So ang nakalahi lang niya sa roller coaster is that this we are not talking here about the height, but we are talking about the location. Kung asa ang positive, mo to siya ang high potential energy, ang negative, mo to siyang low potential energy. So electric charges will flow from a region of what? High or low? Yes. High potential energy to a region of low potential energy. So let's watch this. Okay. So when the charges reaches the positive terminal and enters the battery, it gains electric potential energy as it travels through the battery to the negative terminal. Now, let's talk about voltage. What is it? What is voltage? Have you heard of that? Yes. So another term for potential difference. What unit is used to measure voltage? Volts. Right. So example, in a 9-volt battery, for example, because there are also instances that it flows through the negative to the upon analysis. Okay, there are also circuit analysis wherein the source is a negative source. So if it flows from a negative terminal to the positive terminal, and it is 9 volts, so what do you think? What is the gain? No, what is the potential energy, the charge gain of this? Right. So it is still 9 volts. All right. So let's talk about the basic circuits. So a circuit is a path through which electricity can flow. Now, most circuits have three parts. The source, okay, the battery or whatever the source is. Okay, one or more loads run by electricity. Okay, the load, sample this one, the bulb, and the connector, right? The wire. Next. So what are the parts of a circuit? So we have the energy source. A circuit needs an energy source to push a charge through circuit. Okay, so this is like, for example, in the roller coaster, so this is the motor, right? Example, okay, battery, no? Grabe ka common. Load, a load is a device in a circuit that operates using electrical energy. Example, okay, this one, this example here. Then the conductor, so these are commonly wires, okay? It allows electrical energy to flow through it. So what makes a good conductor? So here, example, okay, commonly used conductor is made up of copper. Parts of a circuit, okay, we also have this resistor, this one, if you happen to see this type of component already. So an object that, okay, resist the flow, okay, it stops, no, and it produce voltage drop, okay, in every resistor. They limit current and cause some electrical energy to be given off as heat. Yes. Then we also have the switch. No, this is commonly used in our houses, right? You put it on and you put it off. A switch is a device that is used to control the flow of current through a circuit. So a switch works by separating open or bringing together close two conductors attached to a circuit. So this one, okay. So when the switch is off, okay, so you create, okay, you stopped the current. So when you stop the current, it becomes, okay, an open circuit. Correct. Then what about if we turn it on? Okay, we turn it on. So you close the switch, right? You close the switch, so there is a closed circuit already. Okay, so the current continues. And what happened? This creates a closed circuit. Okay. So when the current continues, it is a closed circuit, and when the current stops, it is an open circuit. Why would you want a switch in a circuit? Why? For convenience. Types of circuits, there are two types of, and also safety, right? Okay. Types of circuits, there are two types of circuits. The series circuit, okay, provides only one path, one possible path for the flow of current. So, see, and then we also have the parallel circuit, offers more than one path for the flow of electricity. So these are their, okay, illustrations here at the right side. So this is parallel. So what happens here? Okay, so if this, let's say if this portion here, this bulb here, okay, will be damaged, okay, will be opened, okay, or kani siya diri no, for example kana na warden makitkitan na siya diha class no, makitkitan. So what happens? So the whole system dili na siya mo function, di ba? Pero kung sa parallel circuit, for example no, one portion lang niya ang madaot. For example kani siya no, kani lang siya no, nagdaot na siya, damage. So unsa may mahitabo, padayon lang gihapon ni siya no mo andar. Okay, so dili ra siya no, kay diha ra man na portion no, and then napa man gihapon no connectivity niya, di ba? Oh, closed loop lang gihapon siya. So padayon lang gihapon na siya mo function. So man siyang advantage sa parallel circuit. So series circuit. All right. So this one, and okay, the loads are set up in a series or line that requires the current to flow through one load before passing through the next. And this is the parallel circuits. Okay, as mentioned earlier. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching and listening. So see you in the next video for the sample calculation or computation for series and parallel circuits. Thank you.